Hello guys, so here we are in the third and last video about disjunction and conjunction. Okay, so we are going to see a mixed example with more than two prepositions. So we have three prepositions like in the last example that we did in last video, and we are going to find the following truth value. We are going to find R or negation of P and Q. Okay, and here we have three different propositions. So let's find out how can we do it. Remember that we are going to use the truth tables, truth value tables for disjunction or and conjunction and. Okay, so here we have the tables that will be useful for this exercise. Okay, so let's start with the proposition P. We're going to find the truth value of P. How can we find 2 minus 7 plus 5 is less than minus 5? Let's see if that's true or false. So 2 minus 7, that makes minus 5 plus 5, that makes 0. And it says that 0 is less than minus 5. And that's false, because 0 is greater than minus 5. It's more to the right compared with minus 5. So will be false. All right, let's write it in red. Okay, so you can see it much better. Okay, this is false. Okay, now let's start solving the proposition Q. So in this case we have minus 2 is a natural number. Is that true or false? Minus 2 is not a natural number because the negative numbers are part of the integers and not from natural numbers, so this is false. Okay, now let's continue with the next one. R. B 1, 2 and 3 is a finite set. Is that true or false? This is true because we have a limited number of elements, that we only have 3 elements, so this is true. Okay, and now we are going to find these long propositions. We have R or negation of P and Q. Remember, we can solve the parentheses. We write a table with every preposition. So we have R, we have P, then we find the negation of P. We have negation of P and Q, and finally all the compound prepositions, that is R or negation of P and Q. So here we better write here negation of P, so we can have the truth value immediately. Okay, so we're going to write negation of P. This is missing here. Okay, and let's start now solving the exercise. So we already have the truth value of R. Okay, so let's see that the proposition R is true. So we find the truth value is true. Okay, now let's check the negation of P. What is the negation of P? Negation of P will also be false. So the negation of false will be the opposite, will be truth. Okay, so the negation of false is true. Now let's continue with negation of P and Q. We already have the negation of P and we also have Q that we wrote it here. So how about if we compare true and false? This is conjunction. Okay, don't confuse between disjunction and conjunction. The little mountain is conjunction. All right, so we compare true and false. Okay, so true and false, looking at the table, will be false. So here we write that is false. Okay, and finally we compare R, disjunction or negation of P and Q, but we already have negation of P and Q and we already have R. So we compare R, that is true, disjunction, this term, that is false. Okay, if we compare true or false, we go to disjunction. True or false will be true. So the final answer will be true. Okay, this is our final answer. So the truth value for this is true. Okay, and that's it, guys. Remember to follow the steps. First we find the truth values of each proposition. Then we can build a little table with every proposition that they are asking here. So we have R, we have negation of P, we already have Q, and we find the parentheses, and then at the end we find the whole truth value by comparing the values that we already have. Okay, we can be organized and we will get a great result. Okay, so guys, I hope you really understood in this short video, and remember that if you have any questions, just let me know by email, and we will see you on next advisory next week. Okay, see you later. Bye bye. Have a great day.